there, this is Pastor Tabitha Purple. This particular video is aimed at our younger viewers. It's more for a youth audience. I know I have a good few young people who like some of the ideas that I come with, so hoping that this works for you. So anyway, to cut a long story short, I have this game. It's called What If? It was created to help people talk about anxiety, how to cope with thoughts and feelings. It's an amazing game. It's really good fun to play. Challenging, I should really say. It's by youthscape.co.uk. Brilliant if you work with young people and you're looking for something that actually helps to have really in-depth conversations, maybe in a bit more of a playful way, then this is for you. So what you have here, there's 3 or 4 different games, I can't remember, but I've got this one with the cube questions and some answers. So we're going to give this a go and see how we get on, see what you think of this today. So I pick a question. So just as I'm about to step onto the stage, I discover. What could I discover? Let's pick up an answer. Well, this is quite funny. Everything I do is being watched live by millions of people on YouTube. Ironic that I'm doing this video. So this is my question, this is my answer. And the answer card, I don't know if you can see that, has a picture of somebody on the toilet. That's rather embarrassing. There is so much that I would not like to do. So this is a really interesting one. So how anxious would you be if you're about to step onto stage and discovered that everyone had heard you on the loo? Now, I'm a pastor. That actually technically can happen to me. I'm often mic'd up and need to run to the loo. As of yet, I don't think I've had anything too embarrassing. I was once being filmed for a program, TV program, and they said to me, look, just wear the mic. I'm used to that. All the time, and we'll just turn the sound on and off. It's fine. When you're on camera, we'll have the sound when you're off. Don't worry about it. Go about your daily business. And I thought, it's a bit personal, isn't it? But I soon forgot that I was wearing a camera and then being recorded for the TV show. But I was upstairs at a neighbour's flat and I was watching TV, and then they heard me watching the same show that I was being filmed for. And so when I came downstairs, they were all like, you're a very strange person. So I was a little bit judged by that, and I felt a little bit embarrassed as well, because it was really like a fangirl moment, I guess. And I guess what this is really speaking to is what happens when you feel really exposed, which is ironic because I'm talking on a YouTube video where people are watching, so it's rather exposing. And I think that, like, what would I do? How would I cope with that, where people have a knowledge of something that I might find embarrassing? Well, yeah, it's not easy. I was thinking about this the other day when we talk about young people, and I was saying to myself, you know, I'm really glad that when my teenage years happened, we didn't have TikTok and Snapchat and YouTube and Facebook and Insta and all of these different things, Twitter and whatnot, to have my life completely recorded. Can you imagine, like, some of the mistakes that we made as kids that's it, they're memories. Like, I can laugh about them, I can joke about them if I want. The things that are really deep and dark that I may not ever want anyone to hear about is like hidden. But for this generation, they grow up with a camera in their face a lot of times. Like, your parents are always filming you, friends are always taking pictures, you know, smile and the camera has to be really high and all of that jazz. It's a really recorded life, really public life. And I think how stressful that must be and how much anxiety that must give. So I think that what I have realised is that you need to have clear boundaries. There you go, word you don't like to hear very often, but boundaries is what I found has been the thing that has kept me not feeling as embarrassed, I guess. You can't help if someone hears you while you're going to the toilet. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. The only thing I can think of is that everyone goes to the toilet, so they need to go over themselves. And I probably shouldn't be cussing people in the toilet if I'm mic'd up. Like, don't do that. You shouldn't cuss people anyway. Like, if somebody heard something you said or something to that effect. But I think more than that is to have really clear boundaries. Like, we practice them with our kids. When my kids say, that's it, mum, I really don't want to have pictures taken and I don't want you to do that, then you have to say, okay, I think you look cute, but all right, I will not take a picture. I'll just take a picture of myself. And then I never really want to do that. But you have to teach your children that it's really important that they have boundaries. Teach yourself, teach your friends. Actually, that not everything should appear online. And just because something seems funny right now, it may not seem funny in a few years' time. So boundaries, I think that's the answer for me to this kind of stressful situation. Just as I'm about to walk on stage, I discover that everything is being watched by everybody that went on stage. I think that's quite funny. That's so random that I picked that up. What can you do? Oh my gosh, you know what you can do? You can set boundaries so that you don't have so many of those times. You know, don't send nude pictures. Don't send things that you're going to feel, if somebody else saw it, I wouldn't be happy. Well, if that's the case, don't send it. Like, think, don't send. Call. Use the ability to speak to someone in person so that you minimize how much is recorded. I mean, do things like that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're a younger viewer and you're thinking about the stress of and the anxiety that living in this kind of 24-hour recorded world gives you, set some really clear boundaries for yourself. If it really does stress you out, set some boundaries. Say to people, listen, I don't want my pictures posted on Facebook. I don't want my pictures posted here. Actually, I'm not going to be in the group photo if you don't mind. If those things give you anxiety about where you're being seen, etc., then try to minimize the anxiety that you get by actually setting a clear boundary. Well, I'm going to try out some more young people stuff. I might play the game again. We'll see. It feels weird playing it alone. Maybe I should have some like guests who have to do these questions with me, because these are quite funny. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, set a boundary. So give yourself some space to breathe, to be free. Bye.